Hello everyone, and welcome back to another one of my mod review videos. This time I'll be doing locks, one of my latest mods, and the reason for this is because there seems to be a lot of confusion about some of the features of the mod, which I hope to clear up in this video. Let's get started. So as you can probably guess, this mod adds locks and a bunch of ways to open them, like keys and lockpicks. So to get started, you want to get yourself a lock. Which can be done in survival. The mod will generate locked all chests with a lock on them by default. You can also disable that if you don't want to. And that's how you can obtain locks in survival. Also, speaking about the configuration, you can access it by pressing escape, mod options, locks, and config. And all these options, they can be tweaked during runtime, so that means you don't need to restart your game. Alright, so to lock, you can lock any amount of blocks, any kind of blocks, which is all configurable. I'll show how to do that later. You can lock single blocks, such as chests, and you can also lock bigger multi-blocks, like double chests, double doors, and just any amount, honestly. So you want to select the area that you want to lock with your lock, and then right-click on the edges. So this area here is a 2x1 area, and I want to lock it by pressing on its edges, so like so, and bam. We get ourselves a lock attached to this chest. As you can see, I cannot access this chest anymore. So to open and close chests, you're going to need either a key or a lockpick. I'll show you how to make a key. You need any kind of iron material, and then you're going to arrange it like so. You get a key blank. Let's make 2. Right, so you can either get a key from a lock, like so. As you can see, this crafting recipe copies the lock's ID to the key, meaning that any lock with this ID on the key can be unlocked with this key. And then you can also create a new key from an existing key with a key blank, like so. So these keys are pretty much identical. And if I grab one of these, you will see that I can now unlock this chest and also lock it. Like so. So it's that simple. You can press on any of the blocks to lock and unlock it. And another little feature is that you can also take off, if the lock is unlocked, you can take off the lock by crouching and then right-clicking on any of the locked blocks, like so. So that just gives you your lock back. Right, before I get into lock picking, I'd like to show you another useful feature. You want a bunch of iron nuggets, and you want to arrange them like so, and you get yourself a keyring. So a keyring is just simple, just a helpful item that allows you to store keys inside it, like so. And it will open any chest with any of the keys inside of it. So as you can see, it's just kind of like a multi-key. Just a very useful tool. But otherwise, nothing more. Right, so now my favorite part is lock picking. So you want to get yourself a few iron ingots and leather, and arrange them like so. This will give you a lock pick. So now that you have a bunch of lockpicks, you can find yourself a chest, and this way you can open pretty much any chest, but the difficulty does vary depending on the amount of pins, as you can see. So the amount of pins can also be configured in the configuration file, and randomly generated chests will have random amounts of pins. So to open a lock, you need to pull all these pins in the right order. You can use the WASD keys to move the lockpick, and just push pins up in the right order. So, as you can see, that was the wrong pin. Let's see if I can find the right one. There we go. So, this one's the right one. Now let's look for the next one. And also, when you pull a wrong pin, your lockpick has a chance to break, which is also configurable. And in that case, all the pins drop down and you have to restart, so you gotta remember the right order of the pins. So let's see if I can solve this. This one isn't too hard. There are longer locks, which are a lot harder. Oh, wow. Which one was it? Oh, okay. There we go. So now, what you want to do is just simply press escape, and the chest will open. And you can then take off the lock if you want. If you're in survival, say, and you found a dungeon, just again by pressing, by crouching and right clicking like so. So now this is basically pretty much the mod. That's all the features. Now I'd like to show you just some config options. Let me explain each one of them. So this config option just generates new every single chest with a lock in the world during world gen. This thing, this option just controls the amount of pins on every new lock, so this won't affect existing locks that have already been placed, but only new locks that you will place. This option here just is the chance of a lockpick to not break, so currently by default it's 0.65. This is a list of all the blocks that can be locked, so you can add other mods blocks here as well. This is the maximum amount of blocks that can be locked at once, so let's say if you want a double door maximum to be locked, then you just put 4 here. I believe the default is 6. Or was it 4? I don't remember. And then this option here just allows you to disable the shift right click feature that allows you to take off locks in case it's like some kind of server where you don't want people to take off locks or something, I don't know, or you know, maybe an adventure map. This is where it comes in handy. So now let me show you how to lock other mods blocks. So let's say I have Conquest installed here, and they have a custom chest, I think. Let's see. Well, there we go. For example, now let's just take this thing. Chest of gold, right? So by default, this is, you can't really lock it, so let's grab one. It's not really possible to lock it. Okay, never mind. Let's look for another one. Let's just say you want to like lock your crafting table or something. As you can see, I cannot. I'm trying to right click here, and it doesn't allow me to, you know, lock it. So what you want to do is you want to press F3 here, and in the bottom right corner here, you'll see the ID of the block, which is, well, in this case, it's Minecraft crafting table. Okay, that's a bad idea. That's a Minecraft item. Let's look for. Let's just say you want to lock like this lamp or something. I don't know. So as you can see, I cannot lock it. And looking at the ID, it says Conquest Iron Full Partial Light something blah blah blah. So you want to remember that. You'll press config. Then config here, then on this, and then you want to scroll all the way down, press the green plus button, and then type in Conquest and the ID basically. So, well, any mod that you want. So was it like something full partial light 10_1? I don't remember. Let me just check again. Full partial light iron _ full partial light 10. There we go. So you have to press the done buttons, not escape. And as you can see, now voila, I can lock the block. Well, obviously it's a little glitch here, but I can't really do anything about it because the position of the block depends on the hitbox of the block, which, as you can see here, is just a regular block hitbox. So that's the reason why. But yeah, this is pretty much the mod. Nothing more to it, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed the mod as well. So thank you, and goodbye.